স্টার্ট।
রেকর্ডিংটা চালু।
হ্যাঁ, স্টার্ট করো।
ওকে, ওয়েলকাম টু all to our college, Vijayagarh Jyotish Rai College, virtually. We all know about the concept of e-filing for income tax return. Recently, the Income Tax Department has launched new e-filing portal to avoid any taxpayer inconvenience. We all know that. It is an important milestone to make the compliance experience more taxpayer friendly. It basically makes our e-filing experience as 3S. 3S stands for smoother, simpler, and smarter. It is hassle-free and it is developed basically to help the public to know the insight of the new e-filing process in the light of changing tax regime. The Department of Commerce and the Department of Economics, in collaboration with the IQAC of Vijayagarh Jyotish Rai College, jointly organized today's one-day state-level webinar. Because of this, the topic that we have chosen is an insight into the new e-filing to process in the light of changing tax regime. And we are proud to have Dr. Amit Majumdar, our eminent speaker, who will deliver his lecture on this particular issue. But before going into the detailed discussion, we cordially invite our departmental head of commerce, Professor Prabir Bhattacharya, who will say about the utility of such webinar, how this webinar will help all of us to know about the insight of the new e-filing process. So, Professor Bhattacharya, I think we will discuss on this, on the utility of this. Professor Bhattacharya, please.
Thank you, Professor Abhijit. Welcome you all participants. Welcome all you all audience and respected resource person and key speaker, Professor Amit Majumdar, all participating staff and faculties from different institutions, and my beloved students. I, on behalf of the Department of Commerce and Economics and our ICAXEL, have the privilege to congratulate you all for your smart and glamorous presence in the seminar. Ajker topic, insight to the e-filing. It's a very interesting, informative and contemporary both for learners and taxpayers. একদিকে স্টুডেন্ট, একদিকে আমরা যারা ট্যাক্স পে করছি, এই দুদিক দিয়ে দুই অ্যাঙ্গেলে আজকের আলোচনাটা বা সিলেকশন অফ টপিকসটা এত জাস্টিফাইড, এত কন্টেম্পোরারি হয়েছে, আমাদের প্রফেসর মজুমদার যখন এটাকে ক্লিয়ার করবেন আমরা তার ইউটিলিটি বুঝে যাব। আমার ইউটিলিটি সম্পর্কে কিছু বলার নেই, ইউটিলিটি ব্যাপারটা প্রফেসর মজুমদার বলবেন। তার আগে এটা বলা যায় যে এটা ঠিক, আমরা যদি ট্যাক্স পেয়ারের দিক দিয়ে ব্যাপারটা আলোচনা করি, এটা আমরা অনেকেই জানি যে 2006 থেকে ইন দ্য ইয়ার 2006 এই ই-ফাইলিং এর লঞ্চিংটা স্টার্ট হয়েছিল, জার্নি ওয়াজ স্টার্টেড, বাট তখন কিন্তু অফলাইনের ব্যাপারটাও ছিল। তাই আমরা অনেকেই তখন অফলাইনেই করতাম, বিকজ অফ ইলিটারেসি অর সো কল্ড কম্পিউটারাইজেশন, ল্যাক অফ কম্পিউটারাইজেশন, আমরা কি করতাম যে অনেকে অফলাইনে করতাম, অনেকে অফলাইনে অনেকটা কমফোর্টেবল ছিল। এবং স্টুডেন্ট যারা আছো বা আমার কন্টেম্পোরারি যারা আছে তারা সবাই জানে যে স্টুডেন্ট যারা আছে তারা শোনো, তখন ওই রেসপন্সিটিভ বাম্বু ভিলা ছিল, আমার এখনো আছে আয়কর ভবন, ওই তখন ইনকাম ট্যাক্সের ফর্ম আনা হতো, ওইটা ফিল আপ করে ম্যানুয়ালি ফিল আপ করে ভরে ফরে আবার ওখানে গিয়ে জমা দিয়ে আসতে হতো, এবং সেই ট্যাক্স ক্যালকুলেশনটা বসে বসে সেই রেট দিয়ে ম্যানুয়াল ঘেটে ক্যালকুলেশন করে জমা দেওয়া হয়। তখন অবশ্য থার্ড পার্টি ছিল ট্যাক্স জমা দেবার, বাট দিস ওয়াজ দ্য প্রসেস। এরপরে দেখা গেল কি সব জিনিসই দেখা যায় কি এটা ঠিক যে কোনো একটা পুরনো জিনিসের কনস্ট্রেন্টস, তার একটা লিমিটেশনস, তার একটা ডিমেরিটস, এগুলো কি ওভারকাম করার জন্যই তো নিউ মাইলস্টোনটা আসে, একটা নিউ কনসেপ্ট, একটা নিউ অপারেটিং সিস্টেম তো আসে। ঠিক একই রকম ভাবে 2006-এ কিন্তু বলা যায় এই ই ফাইলিং এর কনসেপ্টটা ইন্ট্রোডিউস হলো, জার্নি স্টার্ট হলো, দেন এটা দিয়ে শুরু হলো। এবার দেখা গেছে কি যে এটারও কতগুলো কনস্ট্রেন্ট, যত মানুষ যত ইউজ করবে কোনো একটা সিস্টেমকে, সেই সিস্টেমটা ইউজ করার সাথে সাথেই তার কতগুলো কনস্ট্রেন্ট বেরিয়ে আসবে, এটা আরো ফাইন টিউনে যাবে, যত ইউজ হবে যত বছর যাবে ফাইন টিউনে যাবে। ঠিক একই রকম ভাবে এই 2021-এ বলা যায় যে আজকে যে টপিকটা নিয়ে আমরা আলোচনা করব বা উনি যা আলোচনা করবেন তার বয়স মাত্র 1 বছর 1 মাস 7 দিন, 1 মাস 3 দিন বয়স। সুতরাং এটা বলা যায় আজকে যে নিউ পোর্টালটা শুরু হলো, 2.0 পোর্টালটা শুরু হলো, এটা কিন্তু মাত্র 1 মাস 3 দিন বয়স। 7 জুন থেকে এটা স্টার্ট হলো নতুন ভাবে। পুরনো যেটা ছিল, যেটাকে আমরা এবং আমাদের বলা যায় যে স্টুডেন্টদের বলি, এটা তো ঠিক, এটা আগে একটু বলে নি যে অবশ্যই এটা আমরা সবাই জানি, আমরা এখানে সবাই যারা মাস্টারমশাইরা আছি তারা জানি, অধ্যাপকরা আছি জানি, এবং স্টুডেন্টরা তোমরাও জানো যে 6 সেমিস্টারের একটা পেপার তো এটা ইনক্লুড হয়েছে, কম্পিউটারাইজড অ্যাকাউন্টিং সিস্টেম এন্ড ই ফাইলিং ট্যাক্স রিটার্ন। এবং এই পোর্টালটার, এই আজকের পোর্টালটার আগে কিন্তু অর্থাৎ তোমাদের যারা সিনিয়র, জাস্ট 1 বছরের সিনিয়র, তারাও কিন্তু ওই ইনকাম ট্যাক্স ইন্ডিয়া ই ফাইলিং .gov.in এই পোর্টালে ঢুকে গিয়ে তারপরে তাদের যা সিলেবাসে যেরকম আছে প্রজেক্ট করা বা প্র্যাকটিক্যাল করা সেগুলো তারা করেছে। নাও ইউ আর দ্য স্টুডেন্টস অফ দ্য অ্যাসেসমেন্ট ইয়ার অফ 2021-22। তোমরা এখন 21-21 এর স্টুডেন্ট, তাই তোমরা কিন্তু আর ওই সেই পুরনো বা কোনো পুরনো বই কিংবা পুরনো নোটস দেখে যদি মনে করো সেই ইনকাম ট্যাক্স ইন্ডিয়া ই ফাইলিং .gov.in এ যাবো, তখন কিন্তু পারবে না। সো ইউ হ্যাভ টু ভিজিট দ্য নিউ পোর্টাল incometax.gov.in। এবং এই যে নিউ পোর্টালটা শুরু হলো, দেন ইউ হ্যাভ টু নেভিগেট ইট প্রপারলি। এবং তুমি তখনই নেভিগেট করতে পারবে যখন তুমি এটার ভেতরে ঢুকতে পারবে। মজার কথা হচ্ছে যে আমি আমার স্টুডেন্টদের জন্য বলি, তোমরা এটা খুব প্রপারলি নেভিগেট করতে পারবে যদি, এটা আরো ডক্টর মজুমদার আরো ভালোভাবে বলবেন, জাস্ট আমি একটু হিন্টস দিচ্ছি। তোমাদের যদি নিজস্ব প্যান কার্ড নাম্বারটা থাকে না, যদি প্যান কার্ড থাকে, তোমাদের প্যান নাম্বার থাকে, ওই প্যান নাম্বার দিয়ে যদি একবার ঢুকে যাও তোমরা, ওই লগ ইন করে যদি যাও, তাহলে কিন্তু এর পুরোপুরি ফিগার গুলো তোমরা দেখতে পাবে, পুরোপুরি বেনিফিট গুলো, পুরোপুরি উইংস গুলো দেখতে পাবে। এবং এটার ঘটনা, এটা যেটা প্রফেসর অভিজিৎ বললেন যে এটা অনেক ইউজার ফ্রেন্ডলি হয়েছে, অনেক ইউজার ফ্রেন্ডলি হয়েছে, অনেক ইফেক্টিভ বাই অপারেশনস হয়েছে। এবং এটা তো আমরা জানি যে এই এই এটা স্টুডেন্টদের ক্ষেত্রেও এই নতুন সিস্টেমটাকে, নতুন প্রজেক্টটাকে কিভাবে যেতে হবে, কিভাবে পরীক্ষার পারপাসে কাজে লাগাতে হবে, এইটা একদিক দিয়ে তোমাদের যেরকম জানার দিক দিয়ে রয়েছে, আবার যারা ট্যাক্স পেয়ার রয়েছে তাদের দিক দিয়ে বলা যায় যে এটার অ্যাক্সেসিবিলিটি এত ইজি হয়েছে, এবং অ্যাক্সেসিবিলিটি বলা যায় এত ফ্রেন্ডলি হয়েছে, the person who has not any taxation knowledge, he can also navigate properly, he can also submit his ITR by self without, if he keeps some prerequisite documents handy। যদি সে কিছু প্রিরিকুইজিট ডকুমেন্টস নিয়ে বসে যায়, তাহলে পার্সন উইদাউট ট্যাক্সেশন নলেজ ক্যান সাবমিট হিজ আইটিআর বাই সেলফ। তাই এখন কিন্তু ওই ট্যাক্স রিটার্ন করার যে হেডেকটা আমার মনে হয় আর খুব একটা ওই ট্যাক্স জানতে হবে, কমার্সের বিষয়বস্তুগুলো ভেতর অ্যাটাচ থাকতে হবে, তাহলেই করতে পারবো, নট লাইক দিস। এখন এই আমাদের নতুন যে পোর্টালটা হয়েছে সে ডক্টর মজুমদার আরো ক্লিয়ার করবেন, পরিষ্কার করে দেবেন, দেখবেন যে এখানে অনেকগুলো উইংস বেরিয়ে এসছে। সবচেয়ে মজার কথা হচ্ছে এখন যে নতুন পোর্টালটা হয়েছে এখানে একটা যারা ট্যাক্স পেয়ার তাদের ক্ষেত্রে বলি কুইক রিফান্ড অফ ট্যাক্সটা সম্ভব হয়েছে, একটা পেন্ডিং অ্যাকশন গুলো হচ্ছে, লঞ্চিং মোবাইল অ্যাপটা রয়েছে, আমরা এখানে এফএকিউটা শুরু হয়েছে, মাল্টিপল পেমেন্ট অফ সিস্টেম, পেমেন্ট অফ ট্যাক্স সিস্টেমটা শুরু হয়েছে। অর্থাৎ এই ব্যাপারগুলো অনেক অনেক ইজি হয়েছে আর কি। তাই হয়তো বলি এটাও যে একদম লিমিটেশনের বাইরে, কনস্ট্যান্টের বাইরে তা নয়। এটা আমরা এই তো সবে বললাম 1 মাস 3 দিন বয়স, এটা যখন আরো বেশি ইউজ হবে, আরো বেশি পরিমাণে এটাকে অ্যাপ্লিকেশন হবে, তখন দেখা যাবে এরও কনস্ট্যান্ট গুলো বেরিয়ে আসবে, এটা আরো রিডিফাইন হবে, মডিফাই হবে, আরো ফাইন টিউনে যাবে, এবং এটাও যে আরো অবশ্যই আবার চেঞ্জ হতে পারে। তাই যাই হোক, যেটা পরে হবে সেটা পরে হবে। এখন যে আমাদের কাছে যেটা আছে সেটা আমরা বলি যে এই নতুন পোর্টালটা যে 2.0 যে পোর্টালটা আছে সেই ব্যাপারে আমরা আরো ডিটেলস, আরো কিভাবে এটার ভেতরে ঢুকে কাজ করা যায়, স্টুডেন্টরাও বুঝতে পারবে এই পোর্টালটাকে কিভাবে তোমাদের পরীক্ষার জন্য ঠিকঠাক অ্যাপ্রোপ্রিয়েট করা যায়, বা তোমাদের প্রজেক্ট বা প্র্যাকটিক্যালের ব্যাপারে আরো এটাকে কিভাবে তোমরা ইউজ করতে পারবে, আজকের আলোচনা থেকে তোমরা সেটা বুঝতে পারবে। এবং এই জন্য বলি যে এই যে টপিকসটা আজকে সিলেক্ট করা হলো, এটা আমার মনে হয় একদিক দিয়ে স্টুডেন্টসের দিক দিয়ে যেরকম ভেরি ভেরি ইউজফুল হলো, এবং আবার ট্যাক্স পেয়ার যারা অনেকেই হয়তো মানে আদার দেন আমি বলছি ট্যাক্সের যাদের নলেজ আছে তারা বাদ দিয়ে বলছি যে অনেকে হয়তো কনফিউজড আছে যে এই নতুন পোর্টাল হয়েছে তাতে কি আছে না আছে, তাদের ক্ষেত্রেও বলি যে আজকে আলোচনাটা যদি কেউ এরকম কেউ থাকেন তাদের ক্ষেত্রে এটাকে খুব ভেরি ক্লিয়ার হবে, খুব ভেরি বলা যায় টাইম বাউন্ড হবে ডক্টর মজুমদারের আলোচনাটা শোনার পরে। তাই আর আমি বাড়াচ্ছি না, এখানে যারা আছেন সবাইকে আবার ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি, আপনারা আপনাদের মূল্যবান সময় নষ্ট করে এসেছেন। স্টুডেন্ট যারা আছো তাদেরকে বলি এই লেকচারটা ডক্টর মজুমদারের এই স্পিচ কিন্তু ভীষণ ভীষণ ভালো লাগবে তোমাদের, এবং তোমরা শুনলেই বুঝতে পারবে হয়তো তোমাদের এই প্রজেক্টের ক্লাসটাই হয়তো আজকে হয়ে যাবে। তাই তোমরা ভালো করে শুনবে, এবং এটা আমার সাজেশন, যদি মনে হয় তোমরা খাতা এবং পেন নিয়ে বসো, দরকার মতো কিছু কিছু জায়গা নোট করে নেবে, কারণ সবসময় তো তোমরা সেই পোর্টালে ঢুকতে পারবে না, প্যান কার্ড না দিয়ে তোমরা প্যান কার্ড না ইউজ করলে লগ ইন প্রপারলি করা যাবে না। তাই অন্তত উনি যেভাবে বলবে যেখানে মনে হবে তোমাদের এই পয়েন্টটা নোট ডাউন করা, সেই পয়েন্টটা নোট ডাউন করে দেখবে। পরবর্তীকালে তোমরা এখন তো যেহেতু সাইটের ব্যাপার আছে, তোমরা সেই সাইটে ঢুকে তোমরা তখন নেভিগেট করতে পারবে, জানতে পারবে, দেন ইট উইল বি মেড ক্লিয়ার ফর ইউ, ইট উইল বি ভেরি ইউজফুল টু ইউ। তাই এগেইন আই থ্যাংক ইউ অল। আমি আর আলোচনা বাড়াচ্ছি না, আলোচনা যা করবেন ডক্টর মজুমদার করবেন, ওনাকে অনেক অনেক ধন্যবাদ জানিয়ে আমি আমার বক্তব্য শেষ করলাম।
Thank you, Professor Bhattacharya. He has nicely presented the utility of the new e-filing portal. Now I would like to invite Professor Monisha Choudhury to introduce our eminent speaker. Professor Choudhury.
Thank you, Abhijit. I have been vested with the responsibility of introducing our distinguished speaker, Dr. Amit Mazumdar. Now, Dr. Amit Mazumdar is an esteemed and a very distinguished professor of commerce. He is MCom, MPhil, MBA Finance, and also a PhD holder in Commerce and Management. Dr. Mazumdar is presently an associate professor of commerce and a postgraduate coordinator at Bijoy Krishna Girls College, Howrah. He has been a visiting professor in the Department of Commerce, University of Calcutta for almost 2 decades. Presently, he is supervising a number of students in PhD programs from Department of Commerce, University of Calcutta. He has contributed more than 80 research papers in various research journals and books. He has also edited various volumes for international as well as national publishers. Dr. Mazumdar has presented papers at various national and international conferences too. His areas of interest are corporate governance, international business, strategic management, tax planning, etc. Vijaygarh Jyotishree College and the participants of today's webinar are extremely honored to have such an erudite academician among our midst. I now would like to request Amit Mazumdar to enrich and enlighten us with his presentation. Dr. Amit Mazumdar, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you, ma'am, Professor Manisha Chaudhary, for your nice words. Definitely, before going for my presentation, I would like to express my gratitude to Vijaygarh Jyotishree College, Department of Commerce, to give me the opportunity to share some thoughts with you. And also, I would like to say thanks to Prabir Bhattacharya, sir, the way he had introduced the topic, as well as the Vijit sir also, Vijit Das sir also. The way they have introduced the topic, it's really a launching pad for me. When I will present before you the topics, it will be very easy work for me. And definitely, those who are present in today's webinar, they'll be immensely benefited by the initial talks made by both Professor Abhijit Das and Professor Prabir Bhattacharya. And also I want to thank Professor Mitashi Dashpain for inviting me to deliver some thoughts with you. So without wasting any time, I would like to present my screen. And actually, I have decided to discuss the entire, my presentation in the two parts. Is my screen visible? Yep. Is my screen visible?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
It's visible, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Now it is visible.
So actually, you can see it from there in when I am discussing what aptly said by Professor Prabir Bhattacharya, the overview of the filing of income tax return 2.0 in the light of a changing income tax regime. I will contemplate my discussion on the two parts. The first one is basically, the income tax perspective, the income tax planning in the perspective of the new income tax regime, that is alternate income tax regime. So definitely I will throw some light on that thing. And then in my second part of my discussion, I will go for income tax return 2.2. I think I'm just asking to the organizer how the time that had been allotted, how much time have been allotted. Can you please say it so that I can plan accordingly? Hello? How much time been allotted so that I can go?
No, sir. As
Okay. I will make it sure you will not feel bored.
yes. No.
Make it sure I will not feel bored. I will definitely present some of the live cases, but you know that before going for the applied thing, we need to know some theoretical background. Why I should do that thing? Because I used to believe on this particular fact that we have learned from our CU days, what the Professor Gokulshan used to say before plunging into the accounting practices. It is better to know about the accounting theory, the understanding, the conceptual foundation, why I should do those practices. So with those lights, with those things, with those some basic ideas, I would like to deliver this particular speech. And I do believe what Mitashiri had already told me, there are students from both semester 4 and semester 6. So I do believe it will definitely give some kind of a light to them. And what Professor Prabir Bhattacharya had aptly mentioned, yes, it's a new baby. Just comes into the town so far as what we are saying income tax return 2.0. It's just barely 1 month old, and yes, it is still that it's going through the metamorphosis phase. Yeah, a lot of changes are being designed, a lot of technical glitches had been observed, and those are the things it yet to be rectified. Some of these things are doing, that in such a way it will be rectified, or it will be amended over the period of the time. We'll discuss all those things. You need not to worry. You will not fail. You will not. Again, I'm saying I will try my level best not to make this class boring. Okay, let's start. My scheme of presentation is basically the two things I have already said to you: the existing and the new or alternate tax regime. And I will just make a juxtaposition about both the things, taking into consideration the existing and the new income tax regime, how different they are, how varied they are, and how in which direction it will be helpful for a particular incumbent, especially the income taxpayer, and the students who are attending today's webinar. I would like to say, when in University of Calcutta, when we have been invited by the Honorable Board of Studies, UG Council, to discuss some of the issues of what we should inculcate, especially in the 6 semesters, this particular paper, computerized accounting in the filing of taxation return. I'm really feeling myself privileged enough to be a part of that particular meeting, and where we have introduced some of the topics, and those why we have introduced this particular computerized accounting and filing of taxation return in this particular 6th semester, because it will give you a lot of opportunity for you, especially if you want to go for a professional world. Yes. My dear friends, those who are attending today's program, you will definitely find an alternative career, especially maybe a part-time career, or if you want to go for a serious one, definitely it's a serious business you can also consider, especially in this particular perspective. So take it very with this kind of the eye of giving some kind of a vocational knowledges, a vocational essence in the traditional BCom course or BCom curriculum. We have introduced this particular, University of Calcutta have introduced this particular topic of computerized accounting and filing of taxation return. And believe me, if you are really caring enough, if you are really sincere enough, you will learn a lot, and you can do your own professional setup with this kind of knowledges. I will definitely go some of the details. In my college, I used to deal with this particular paper because I have already said those things are very close to my heart, and I can show you different ways you can do it. The way you can go for instant PAN generation. The Professor Prabir Bhattacharya is mentioning that you need to have a PAN. If in today's class, if anyone yet to have a PAN number, I will give you open that this particular open live class. In this particular live class, I will give you a chance to have your own PAN instantly. We just going for a big. It will take only 1 or 2 seconds. It will be over. So you need what you need to have. You need to have a Aadhaar enable. Aadhaar enabled mobile number that should be there. The mobile number is enabled with the Aadhaar, then it is possible to have instant PAN. Those things are very useful if you can go for this way. The online PAN generation, if you are going for the income tax return filing and those thing and that thing, you can definitely, if you are a good income tax planner, if you can establish yourself as a good income tax planner, it will be really helpful for you. Because for the first time, from this, assessment year 2021-22, this is the first time individual taxpayers are being empowered. Yes, individual taxpayers are being empowered in the true sense. You know that when we used to study in MCOM, you will definitely study MCOM in University of Calcutta. Some of you definitely will go to the, definitely will meet in the main campus of CU. You will see that there is a paper called the tax planning. But this particular tax planning is generally concentrated for those business person. But whenever we are talking about the personal income tax planning, we don't have that too much scope or amenities or some kind of the luxury we have, the individual taxpayers. Yes, but the first time starting from this year, actually much credit goes to the finance minister, Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman. She had introduced that particular context of introducing the new income tax regime from this assessment year 2021-22. So this particular assessment year will give you a chance from this particular assessment. Yes, starting from this year, it will give you a chance to start your own tax planning process. Yes, You can do it. You can do it with your with more conviction, with more understanding. So let's begin the personal income tax planning, existing versus new income tax regime. Before starting, I would like to quote from this person. I think probably you have all heard about the Lori Halse Anderson. She had mentioned a very good note. Be careful what you wish for, since there is always a catch. So before making a wish, you need to know what are the price you have to pay for that. So let's start with this one. What are the income tax reform? I just introduced this concept, this particular statement, Indian Budget 2020. It actually saw that the Honorable Finance Minister, she had introduced just a concept of a new of going for a choice of income tax regime. You can go for your own choice. An individual taxpayer can go for a new choice. So you can exercise their choices. This is the very good, important idea that is being said. I have already said to you. I am not going for a detailed discussion about that thing. It is the fact that the old or existing income tax regime is not totally withered away. It was there, but simultaneously the new tax regime is also coming to the effect. Now it is totally optional to you. You can go for new, or you can go for the old, but you need to be very careful about the fact. Whatever you will do, you need to mention it very carefully which one you will go for, because in a single year it is not admissible, it is not advisable to change your tax regime frequently. So this is where, because when you will going for definitely when you are making an announcement to your employer that which tax regime you will opt for, you can opt for old or new. It's up to you. But at the time of submission of the return, suppose you have opted for the new tax regime, but you have now at the time of the submission of your tax return, you are finding out that your old regime is more beneficial to you. Then you know that at the time of submission of the of your income tax, you need to make it very clear which one you are opting for. And that time you may miss out that your employer, since you have already committed to go for the new tax regime, your employer might not showcase whatever the investment or whatever the deduction you are now claiming to enjoy. So this thing you need to be very careful. So before making your choice, so it is a judicious thing. Don't before making your declaration, you need to be very careful. You need to make a very good decision which one is more beneficial for you, whether it's the old or new. Accordingly, you need to do, and that's why I'm just reiterating that particular fact that I have already said to you. The students of the commerce discipline will have a lot of role to say. Yes, definitely. You can provide the consultancy. Yes, this is the best. If you're going for old or new, vice versa. But definitely to make for that kind of a choice, you need to make certain calculations. Otherwise, it's not possible. So let's begin with this one. But I would like to mention here, the choice is only for the individual or HUF when originally Union Budget was had actually prescribed in 2020, but in 2021, a new person had been included apart from individual or HUF in the category of the person. You know it very well. In the income tax, there is called the different persons, the different categories of the person. Individual or HUF are only having the choice of going for the personal income tax regime or personal income tax choice of personal income tax regime, whether old or new. And now in 2021, another that in person, another set of person being included in this particular choice. This is the cooperative society. So this is the case. This has been said, and this is the tax. This is the section that had been introduced. 115 BSC, 115 BSC. This is by virtue of this particular 115 BSC. You can exercise your choice which one you will go for, whether it is existing or the old. I have already said you can opt in or opt out every year. It's up to you. You can opt in or opt out. The salary taxpayer, but for the non-salary taxpayer, you need to be very careful. Once you opt out from the new tax regime, it is very hard to come back again in the new tax regime for the non-salaried. But the salaried, no problem whatsoever. I've just mentioned about that concept, the salaried and there are three different parts type of the persons being included in this particular 115 BSc. So this is, but if you are not making any choice, your existing regime will be the by default option for the employer. So go for the for deduction or whatever they will make a choice. And also this is the first this particular section 115 BAD from BSc and the BAD. The BAD is introduced into 21-22, and it includes the cooperative society also. When the individuals or the HUF had to make a declaration by in the form 10IE, and the cooperative societies had to make a declaration on 10IF. But most important thing is that you can't carry over your losses or unabsorbed depreciation if you are going for this, this kind of a tax regime. This is the very important. When you are going for this way, when you are going for alternate tax regime, you need to go for this kind. This is very clearly mentioned. You have to forego various exemptions and deductions when we are talking about the newer tax regime. I will come this point one after another. And this is the thing, I think already everyone knows it very well. The new tax regime didn't make any kind of a differences between the male or female, between senior citizen, non-senior citizen, nothing. They have made it very clear. This is the new tax regime is simple. Up to 2,50,000 nil, then 5%, 10%, 15, 20, 25, 30. Simple slabs are being mentioned. Up to 2,50,000 nil, then 2,50,000 to 5 lakhs, 5% existing tax rate, new tax rate. Yeah, I'm just showing in the that both existing and the new tax rate in juxtaposition, so that you can easily understand what I want to mean here. The surcharge and the education cess already being mentioned, and up to this is actually going on the same way. So it is for the below 60 years. And those are actually the senior citizen below 80 years. That is only senior citizen, not the super senior citizen. Government of India had introduced a new concept of super senior citizen over 80 years. So for senior citizen, yes, if you have any queries, you can really ask me. You don't have any problem. You can ask me. You can unmute yourself. You can ask any kind of a question. And since I'm presenting, I'm afraid I can't see the chat box, but if you are putting any question in the chat box, you are always welcome. At the end of my discussion, I will take up those points. Okay, so you need not to worry, you need not to hesitate. You can just stop me and you can ask any kind of a question. So income tax slab for the old, and I have already mentioned senior citizen, those are the things up to 3 lakhs nil existing, but in the new tax, nothing. They are not making any kind of a discrimination. And that it is for super senior citizen above 80 years. And again, the same thing, you can see it from there, existing rates up to 5 lakhs nil, but for those things are being there for the super senior citizen. Now, what about the new or alternate income tax regime? Someone is to call it new, someone is to call it alternate income tax regime. So actually, in the alternate income tax regime, it is actually more than 70 exemptions and deductions are actually eliminated from this particular tax regime. Only a few handful are being retained, like the gratuity and other things. I will show you again the comparative chart. I will show you where it had been mentioned clearly. Only when the employers are making any kind of a contribution for any particular scheme, pension scheme, that will be retained. Apart from that, other sections, one of the most popular section like 80C, 80CCC, 80D of the mediclaim, that thing, 80G of the donations, everything have been withered away when we are talking about the alternate or the new income tax regime. So this is actually, I'm showing it in the juxtaposition. You can see it for the old and the new tax regime, so that you can compare yourself what you want to mean here. The old tax regime is all about those things, they are considering all the standard deduction, house rent allowance, all the etc deduction, blah, blah, blah. All those things have been there. But here in new tax regime, nothing. Only, that only few exemptions are permissible, like the Sukanna Samriddhi Yojana, EPF, the income from the EPF that has been said, the maturity income of the LIC, those things, gratuity, commuted pensions, those have been retained, VRS retrenchment. Apart from that, all those that popular exemptions like the house rent allowance, like the educational loan interest, those leave travel allowances, all savings bank interest, whatever you have, those things have been eliminated in the alternate tax regime or the new tax regime. And regarding the deductions, I've already said all the popular deduction in the chapter 6, all those have been wiped away in the newer tax regime. Only a few one, 80CCD up to 10, 10% of the salary, your employer's contribution to the notified pension scheme up to 10% of the salary, basic plus DA. That particular amount is deductible. This particular amount is allowable. 80CCD is only available, but 80CCD 1B, the NPS voluntary contribution NPS also withered away. So those are things not being there. So this is my mention. And 80JJA is not for the individual, especially those are who are for especially for the startup companies, or for those who are going for the additional employment, for additional employees being recruited, they will get some kind of a tax benefit, 80JJA. AA. So this is now how to make a choice of applicable tax regime. The first one, you need to compute your tax liability as per the existing slab, considering all the exemptions and deductions, as if you are not enjoying anything about you don't know anything about, you are totally unknown about the income tax, newer income tax regime. You are doing the old practices. You need to do those things. Then you need to compute your tax liability as per new slab. It's more simpler. And then you need to compare, and whichever is lower, definitely it is the best option for you to select. And you need to declare that thing to your employer, and definitely at the time of filing of return, you need to file returns accordingly. So this is the choice of income tax, the how to go for the choice of applicable income tax regime. So now, without making any kind of a boredom to you, let's go for a live class. Are you ready for that? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Let's take this example. Again, I'm saying, let's take this first. Go for, sorry. I need to go for this one. Yes, this is actually the case. Mr. X earns INR 8 lakhs a year, being salaried. He contributes towards the EPF INR 25,000, and the HRA benefits 30,000, and he's living on the rent since obviously, and he's also eligible to the LTA 25,000. Let's see what is happening. And this is the tax calculator that had been designed. You can see I've designed those things. Those are the first one is old regime. Next one is the new regime. I will put those things one by one. Let's take the example. Let's see which one is beneficial for them. Just a second. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah. Is my screen visible to you? Plus?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So let's open it again. The calculator. Yeah. The thing is that I need to take those things. INR 8 lakhs, and it is his income, his total income is 8 lakhs. So let's begin. Now let's put it this here so that I can put it there. 8 lakhs. I'm putting in the gross income. I'm putting salary or all the other income taken into consideration is the gross income. You can see it there. It is going in such a way. Next, you can just a minute. Is the screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now his contribution towards the EPF 25,000, also gets the HRA benefit 30,000 in his salary. So you know that apart from this, he's also eligible leave table allowances. So that take for first the exemption. So HRA 30,000, exemption 25,000, together it is 55,000. Okay, let's put the 55,000 and 30,000 is his actually his. Just a second. Open it. Yeah, it is his HRA, and together it is considered 55,000. Let's put it there. Just a second. And his, is Excel visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
fine.
sir. It's visible.
Now the
Yes, sir.
yes, thank you. Now the deduction it has said it is 25,000. Fine. Put that figure 25,000. Now see that this is done in such a way. This Excel sheet is prepared in such a way. If you are putting any wrong figure apart from 25,000, say I want to add another 2,50,000. It will not take this thing. You know that because you know that under section 80C, maximum allowable deduction is 1,50,000. So you need to go for correcting those informations. So put it there, 25,000. Mind that it is not the income tax side. Okay, whatever I'm doing, it is in the simple Excel side calculations that I'm doing. I yet to go to the income tax side. So together now I have put the gross income. The standard deduction already be there. It should be there. 50,000 exemption I'm given. Deduction is also given. Now I need to come to the tax calculation stages. Now the person is basically it was mentioned non-senior citizen, male non-senior citizen. So it is a male, and you can find it down, male or female, whatever it may be, no problem whatsoever. But he's not a senior citizen, so or super senior citizen. So his total calculation comes at rupees 48,360. Fine, no problem. Now we go to the new income tax regime, where you need to put only the income. You will not get any kind of a deductions or whatsoever. So just take into consideration the male again, non-senior citizen. Now his total tax liability comes to 46,800. Now go to the comparative chart in the third sheet. You can see it from there. The old tax regime as per the new as per the tax as per the existing tax regime is 48,360, and if he is opting for the new tax regime, it is 46,800. So if he will going if he's going for if you will go for, if that person is going to exercise the option of a new tax regime, he is in a position to save the tax to the amount of rupees 1,560. This is the old regime calculations. You know that 48,360. It is a new regime calculation 46,800. In the sheet, it is just interpolating those data, and it is finding. You can see the difference is that thing, and you can say it is always beneficial to go for the new tax regime. Clear? Is it clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for that purpose, I would say, yeah. Any queries? Hello, I can't get you. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No queries.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So go for the. So you can see this example is for this particular example. It is better to go for the new tax regime. Now take for example the second one. When assessee is claiming all major exemptions and few deductions. Here you can see Mr. A is earning 13 lakhs per year, and he contributes towards the EPF 25,000 again. He invested 40,000 in tax savings mutual fund, LIC 10,000, and also eligible to claim tax exemption up to rupees 30,000 in HRA, 20,000 in LT, and 26,400 in food coupon, respectively in his taxable income. So you can see it there. The total exemption stands here. 30,000, then 20,000, 50,000, then 26,400, 76,400. So let's go back again to the calculator, tax calculator. You can see it from there. Calculator is there. So let's go. It is 13 lakhs. 76,400. And again, coming back to the point, 76,400, and it is total deduction is 25, 40, and 10. That is 50, 75,000. Total deduction under section 80C. So going to the total deduction under 80C, you can see it from there. It is 75,000. So let's go for it. 75,000. It is 75. So let's put the figure 75 instead 25. old figure, and it is this person is a normal citizen, you know that. So I'm not making any calculations, and it is total his tax liability 147,763. Since he's earning 13 lakhs, let's put the figure there. You can see it from there. His under new tax regime, his total tax liability is 1,43,000. So go for the comparative chart. You can see it from there again. It is beneficial to go for the new tax regime, because if you will opt for new tax regime, you can save the tax to the tune of 4,763. I again repeat, it varies from person to person. There is no single 1-point suggestion. You know that ready-made suggestion that old is good for you or bad, or new is good for you. Which one you will go for? It actually depends from case to case. So the case to case, it will vary. So again, going for the third case, I will take the 4 examples here. The third case, you can see it from there. Scenario 3, assessee availing all major exemptions and deduction. Y is earning income 20 lakhs. He avails full 1,50,000 limit of Section 80C. And you know that, and you know the EPF and LIC, those things have been mentioned. And also he's enjoying under Section 80D mediclaim of 25,000. Got it. And he is also in a position, he also tries to save the tax through the voluntary contribution to the NPS, ATCC Div1 with, it is 30,000. And also claiming LTA 25,000. 25,000 is exempted from the tax. 25,000 and HR is 50,000. So together 75,000 is exemption. So let's go to the fact, again to the chart. Is my chart visible to you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just a second. Let me just take the 20 lakhs. Yes, fine. 20 lakhs. It is going on 20 lakhs. Let's put the figure, change the figure. New person, new case, 20 lakhs. It is 75,000, 2550, and it is 1,50,000 entire deduction he is enjoying. And also 80D mediclaim 25,000. 80D mediclaim 25,000, and also he is enjoying 30,000 in NPS. Okay, fine. So let's put NPS also. NPS, yeah, 30,000 is NPS. So put it there. Yeah, you can see it there. It should be less than 50,000. If you are doing any mistake, the calculator will say that you are making a mistake. So put it there, 30,000, because you know that maximum limit is, again, it is maximum limit is 50,000 in this particular. So here again, I'm not making any kind of a change in the decisions of the taxpayer category. It is total taxes 3,26,040, and just go to the new tax regime, put the figure 20 lakhs. Now it comes to new tax regime. Total tax is 3,51,000. So go for the comparative chart. You can see there tax as per the existing tax regime is old tax regime is 3,26,040. Whereas go for the new tax regime, if you are going for opting for new tax regime, it is not advisable, because you need to pay a higher tax. So it is better to go for the old tax regime, because it will help you to go for tax saving to the tune of around 24,960. And now finally, I will take another case, live case. This case is for the senior citizen assessee. You can see it from there. This is a senior citizen assessee, because someone is definitely in this platform who is actually want to enjoy this kind of a benefit. So go for that. This person is earning 9 lakhs annually as a pension. Is availing 1,50,000 fully under Section 80C. All those things, LIC premium and the bonds are there, and also paying a premium of 25,000 under section 80D for his medical, insurance, medical insurance, and also 80TTB, that is the a special benefit will available for the senior citizen up to the 50,000. The interest they are earning from the fixed deposit or any other savings bank deposit or fixed deposit, whatever they have more than that 80 TTA up to 10,000, 80 TTB up to 50,000 for the senior citizens. So it is given 25, 25, and 1,50,000. So fine, go for that. This is the final case for me. It is 9 lakhs. Sorry. Is going for 9 lakh. Okay, fine. Let's go for it. Is my screen visible to you, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So I'm putting here 9 lakh. No exemption. So 0 it is. So 50,000 normally he will enjoy. 1,50,000 is there. Mediclaim, TCCDB, nothing. So nothing because it is not possible. NPS is not available for the senior citizen, especially 80D is 25,000, and also 80TTA or TTA. Yeah, I'm mentioning TTA is for any citizen. So you can also do TTA or TTB, whatever it may be. It is 25,000. So I'm putting there now. I need to make a choice. It is a male, so I need to make it as senior citizen. So it comes to the tune of 41,600. Fine, go for that. Go for the new tax regime. I'm putting the figure 9 lakhs. It will be automatically calculated, all those things. You can see it from there. Now change the person from male to the senior citizen, and you can see it there. It is changing. It is coming to the 62,400. Now go for the comparative chart. You can see it from there. If this senior citizen going for the old tax regime, he has to pay a tax of 41,600. But if he is opting for the new tax regime, he need to pay a higher amount of tax, 62,400. So it is beneficial for him to go for old tax regime, to opt for the old tax regime. Don't switch for the new tax one. So this is actually some of the live cases I have shown you. So now I'm going back to my discussion, taking those part. 1, 2, 3, 4 is over. So now some of the point to be made, to consider when you are making personal tax planning. You need to decide whether you will go for switch or stick. Whatever the decision you need to take. If definitely the parameters that you need to understand, they need to consider that definitely your income structure, your lifestyle, your investment habit, your family responsibility. So all those things will take into consideration before you want to make a choice. So think definitely about your future investor. Don't think, don't take only decisions only about short-term financial, that tax benefit you want to sacrifice the long-term investment planning. It is not advisable. So it is advisable to go for obviously future investment planning. Well, although you need to make some kind of a sacrifice on your tax, you need not to consider this. So those decisions you need to make as a consultant. You need to give those the consultancy services to your client based on those understanding, those points that I've already mentioned to you. So the next part of my discussion, the e-filing of income tax. I'm going to the applied part. There actually before I go to the applied part, I'm asking, is there any question to you in your mind regarding the first part of my tax planning? Do you have any question? Hello? Okay, I will take the question later on. No problem. So e-filing of income tax, you can take those things. There is the two process, offline and online. Yes, offline is also available. It is not mandatory that you need to go for the online. Sometimes you may face a huge difficulty. I'm saying to you, I have used, I'm using from actually, I have a class of UG class, especially to take, it was on 7th of June. I had to reschedule the class because it was promised by the income tax department, the new tax site will be launched on the 7th June, by 7th June, but it was actually being launched at the late night of the 7th June. And again, after that, there are a lot of problems are going on. Technical glitches are there. Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman had to intervene, had to tweet, and Infosys had to come for their solution. And they have made that they have sorted out a lot of technical glitches. Still, the system is evolving, but the still system is very good. I want to say it's very good. And yes, both the modes are available, offline and the online mode. Yes, if you are saying that it is advisable, those who want to file the tax on behalf of someone, definitely you need to do it in the offline mode, try it, and then if you are satisfied, then go for the online. So that's why you need to worry. If the system is not running well, I don't bother. I can do it because I have the Java utilities. It is this offline mode. Java utilities JSON is based on the JSON extension. It is about the JavaScript object noter. It is there. It is based on the JavaScript by a small user-friendly, that easily machine readable languages. They are using it, and this particular utility software is very useful. I can suggest you. And one more important thing, your sir Prabir Bhattacharya is mentioning that we used to do the e-filing process, and I am doing it since 2006, on the very first year when it had been introduced. And that time we have to do it not in the online mode, that we are now experiencing. We have to do it in the Excel utility software. Yes, Excel utility software was there. It is macro enabled. We need to enable the macro, and those Excel utility software need to put the values, and we need to generate the XML. We need to generate the XML, the extensible markup languages. You know that these interactive machine languages can only be read when you want to upload that thing in the website. So it was the Excel utility version was there. A few years back, or just a couple of years back, the Income Tax India old filing site, they have also introduced side-by-side Excel as well as the Java utilities. But Java was very, very, very user friendly. But at that time Excel was there. Last year when I have taken the classes, I have that defined webinars when I presented the paper in Adama. They have introduced. They have invited me in Adamas University and the Hooghly Mohsin College. I have discussed that thing with the help of the Excel utility software. But this year Excel utility is withered away, is actually gone. A new utility has been introduced. Already it was there, I already said 2 years back, but the new version, it had been introduced. It is actually the prototype, a prototype of the internet site, online site. It is based on the Java utilities, and I will show you both the online as well as the offline version. So you need not to worry about those things. So both the things are available. I have already said is the Java utility software. It's very, very, very user friendly and based on the .json. I have already said to you, and you can download all your pre-filled data on .json, and then you can upload that thing in the JSON on that particular Excel utility software also. So this is very good one, a good thing. And also, it is alternative thing is that you can directly log into the income tax website. This portal is changed. Old portal, e-filing website portal had been changed. The new portal is actually, this is the new portal, incometax.gov.in /IEC/FO portal /. This you just go for that thing. HTTPS:// you just go for that thing. The secured service is there. So you just go for that thing. A secured site is there. So you need not to worry about that thing. You can do all those things and it's easily accessible. So what are the changes had been done in the ITR 1 form? Is the new things had been introduced. It's about the government, central government, state government had been introduced. The classification was there. Earlier it was only government. Now it is the central and the state government. Some tidbits are there. Unique identification number, the document identifier number is also there. Some of the changes had been mentioned in the ITR 1. Suppose if your taxable income is lower than rupees 2,50,000, you need not to file any income tax return. Yeah, got it? But here, hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But even if your taxable return is not, if your income is below the taxable limit, you need the common thing is that I'm not earning anything. I'm sorry, I'm earning very meager amount. It is less than 2,50,000. Why I need to just go for submission of the tax? You need not. If you fall under those three categories, you have to file the income tax as per the 7th provision of the section 139 subsection 1. If you have deposited in the current financial, what are the three conditions? Number one, if you have deposited in bank or mutual fund or in the financial institutions, rupees 1 crore or more, you have to file income tax return. Although your total income is beyond the taxable limit. If you are traveling abroad and if you are making an expenditure more than rupees 2 lakhs, again you need to submit the ITR 1, irrespective of the fact whether you are earning any taxable income or not. Third case, if your consumption of the electricity is exceeding rupees 1 lakh, again you have to, and if this particular meter is in the name of you have to submit the ITR 1, irrespective of the fact whether you are earning any taxable limit, if you are earning less than taxable limit or not. So taxable limit. So this is the case. And also this is the first time in 2000 in the new this particular budget 2021 introduced ITR 1 is not applicable in those cases. New things have been introduced. Is about definitely government is committed towards curbing the black money. So that's why if you are thinking about if you are depositing anything in a particular financial year, if you are depositing over rupees 20 lakhs for particular cases, those for the PAN numbers who are not the non-filers of income tax. If you are not filing income tax form, and if with that particular PAN number someone is depositing 20 lakhs in bank or financial institution or mutual fund anywhere, you can't submit ITR 1. This is 194N. Again, it was said those are the things that have been clearly mentioned, and it is also said any TDS you will attract the TDS for those who are the tax filers. If they are depositing more than 1 crore in a particular financial year, 2% TDS will be deducted, and those who are those things are being for the non-tax filer 20 lakhs for 2%, more than 1 crore 5% TDS will be deducted, and this TDS will not be carried forward in the next year under section 194N. This is the case had been introduced, and also ITR 1 was stringently mentioned. Any director of a company can't file ITR 1. If you are a director of any company, if you are having a income or loss more than one house property, or if you want to set off loss with any other head of income except the house property income, if you want to if you are having a total income exceeding 50 lakhs, so if you have any income from any foreign sources, or if you have any foreign assets, or you are a signing authority of any kind of a transaction outside of the country, you are not in a position to file ITR 1. So this is the case. And also ITR 1 is not applicable for those who are going for the deferred tax, want to enjoy the deferred tax. Some things you will understand, the students will understand when you will study MCOM. This thing is or will study professional courses. If you are going to enjoy the employee stock option schemes, this ESOPs, if you want to go for that thing, if you want to go for deferment of the taxes based on that thing, you can't file the ITR 1. Also, it is also be applicable for that. So neither ITR 1 nor the ITR 4. And some of the things that will also be introduced, section 80EA and 80EB from the last year, actually, not from this year, is for the extra benefit for for interest on house building loan. That maximum limit is 2 lakh, but for certain cases there are some categories that there. If you are if it is your first property, if you are going for taking a loan from any bank or financial institution for acquiring this property, or if the property value is less than 45 lakhs, the stamp value is less than 45 lakhs, and if it is will have some kind of a the square meters are there, you can enjoy over and above the maximum 2 lakhs interest on loan category, you can enjoy another 1,50,000 under section 80A, and 80EB is for the motor vehicles, electric vehicles. If you are if you want to own a car, electric car, want to take a loan for owning this electronic car, you also can enjoy section 80EB benefit. It's for the environmental costs and other things, you know that. And the refund, as your Sarah already said, multiple accounts can be selected, and it's becoming so easy process. It is being like this. And 80D, section 80D is a very things have been introduced. You can claim deduction up to rupees 25,000 per annum for yourself, and if your parents are senior citizen, you can enjoy. And also, you know that that particular benefit of 50,000, and if in certain category both the persons who are the insurers and his family, his senior citizen as well as his parents are there, you can enjoy up to rupees 1 lakh. So you know that some medical expenditure and the preventive health checkup you are doing for the life of yourself and for the family, for your senior citizen parents. It is also being done in section 80D, and this is also on key changes. 2021-22 this form assessment year, this has been introduced in this particular budget, this year budget. It is bringing back the dividend income. Earlier, the dividend are the persons who is enjoying the dividend from any share or mutual fund, they need not to pay anything. But now the dividend income is taxable in the hand of the recipient. This is also introduced. So you have to pay the tax whatever the dividend you are earning from any share of the mutual fund. So it is actually bringing back the dividend income to the hand of the recipient. Once upon a time, the dividend is the shareholder or the investor need not to pay anything. The company will take care of all those things. But now it is going back to in the hands of the recipient. So I will take the example. This example I will take the live case I will go. But before that, I want to introduce some of the things of the e-filing. Is my screen visible to you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
It is e-filing. He said e-filing 2.0. Yes, thank you. I will not take too much time. It is e-filing 2.0. This is actually some of the brief understanding of my discussion. I will show some of the snapshot of those things, and I will go for the live session after that. And this is actually the site is actually looks like it is the filing 2.0 site of Income Tax India gov.in/IEC/FO portal, and you need to go for when you are going for login to this particular page, this thing will come, your PAN number and a secured access message. This is the most important thing, secure access message. Some of the message, the message you want to flash it out when you want to log in. So you need to confirm your secure access message when you want to go for that thing. So want to go for login. So you need to log in with using your PAN number, and better to go for the eVault security. eVault, it is a 2 layers protection will give. If you can go for the 2-factor authentication with the help of your Aadhaar enabled mobile number, the OTP can come to your Aadhaar to your phone when you are giving the Aadhaar number, and or you can also go for the electronic verifications, or you can use your digital signature, or you can use your net banking, whatever you like. But I advise to go for this kind of a 2-factor authentication of the secured vault facility. This is when OTP. This here I have actually verified using the Aadhaar. The OTP is coming. I can log into there, and this is my e-filing portal looks like. It is almost completed, 95%. Only 5% there is a problem is there, because there is some mismatch in my address, because there are some problems. The nominal, they have mentioned those PIN code and other things where I used to reside by. There is some problems are there, so that's why it looks like this. This is why you can see the details as per your profile PAN may not be matching. You may ignore minor variations in address in case you wish to update. you may do so at your option. It is that said. They have said those things very clearly. And this is income tax return. You need to go for the current year. And there are the two modes I have already said to you, online and offline mode. When you are going for the offline mode, you need to download the Excel, this Java utility software, the JSON. And this is the case what I'm suggesting for those things. It is the simple ways it looks like when you are going for the online. This is the information we have. They will take the pre-filled information. We need not to go anything. They will validate the pre-filled return and other things. This is actually looks like this information looks like this way. When you are going for those are the 3 steps are there. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are the things: personal information, gross total income, total deduction, tax pay, total tax liability. 5 sections are there. One by one, you need to confirm. Those are things. Obviously, 139.1 you need to go, because you know that last date of filing return had been extended from 31st July to the 30th September due to the COVID-19 situation. And this is the thing. This is the option you need to make, whether you are going for new or old, based on your choice on 115 BSC. So you need to make a choice based on that thing. And then when you are going for newer one, they will say you are not in a position to enjoy those things. Since you are opting for new tax regime under section 115 BSC, they will flash out in your screen those things you can't enjoy. Deduction, standard deduction, entertainment allowance, professional tax, certain allowances, HRA, etc., interest on house property, standard deduction, family pension, chapter 6 deduction. They will say clearly. And after that, you need to say whether you want to proceed or not. If someone don't have any idea what is new tax regime, old tax regime, if they are making any choice, income tax department will give you the information. So that's why what your sir had said, any layman can do it. Yes, any layman can do this way. Without knowing the tidbits of the new income tax regime, they can do this way. This is the after that thing you need to do. You have I have free-filled my personal information. And this thing is going on. Then you will need to go for your exemptions if you want to enjoy those things of that. Then income from salary, you need to put the data. I have put some data, my data informations and other things. Gross total income, I have done those things. If any deduction you want to do, all those informations, any 86, 80 deduction, 80 GG deduction, whatever you want to enjoy. And suppose you want to give something which is not mentioned by your employer, that will be mentioned. Employer didn't mention in your form 16. So they will make a warning. Deduction under section 80DD is no more than deduction details provided by the employer. Employer will provide the form 16. Here, in form 16, nothing mentioned. So they will give you the warning. Do you want to do it? Please verify. So after that thing, again, ATTTA, if you want to go for in the savings bank interest, they will so flash out this thing. And again, ATD deduction and other things that will be done. So this is all done. Deduction over. Then 1, 2, 3, third step over. Total deduction over. Next last 2 steps. Tax paid. You need to mention what is your tax paid and other things. Tax deducted at source and other things. Total tax liability you need to mention. So you have total tax liability already be calculated. You just need to confirm it is over. Now they will say you are eligible for a refund. If this refund is there, you can take those things, a screenshot of those things, or taken the download. And now the preview and submit the return. That's all. You can preview and submit. So this is the e-filing 2.0 site, a guided tour. I am showing you with some examples, and now I am going for a live case. Are you ready with? Are you ready with it? Hello? Hello? Yeah. Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. So this is the e-filing page looks like. Can you see the page?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is the page. Actually, I don't know what will happen. I will try my level best. I have already said I will show both the online as well as the offline mode. I will show you both the things, both the online mode as well as the offline mode. But you know that in online mode, I can't go for submission, all those things. I can just show you all those details. let me put all those things. What I've shown. Well, actually, I've shown you the online things. I'll explore those online factors. So don't worry about that thing. I am want to point it out my PAN number. Then after giving the PAN number, the message will come and you need to confirm. Unless and until you confirm the secure message, nothing can be proceeded. Then you need to write down your password. I'm going for that thing. You can see it from there. There is a verification, the second step verification, because I have opted for the secure vault services. So you can go for bank account DVC or the OTP on the mobile number. Register with the other. I'm opting for anyone. I can opt in for. I'm opting for the second one. This is generating OTP. I want to generate the OTP. I agree to validate my other details. I'm going one by one. So generate Aadhaar OTP. OTP will come to my registered mobile number. Let's wait for a second. Yeah, the message came. Let's put the message. 7. Yeah, I've given, and you can see the page will open up. Just a second. Wait for a second. The page will open up. Yeah. You can see it from there. My site is already completed, almost all complete, 95%. So I'm skipping for the time being. You can see it from there. The site looks like this way, and the option is there. You can see there are a lot of services are there. Like if you want to, definitely I will advise you to view for Form 226AS. Is an outside of this e-filing site. It will go to the the NSDL portal where you can where you can download the information what had been actually being deducted by your employer as well as the bankers, or if you have any fixed deposit bankers, what they have deducted, and if you are making any kind of a self-assessment tax, that will also be reflected into your 26AS. So before filing, I will advise everyone to go for viewing Form 26AS. There may be a mismatch. And whenever there is a mismatch, you need to identify that thing. I used to file my return, for on behalf of my my colleagues in my college and others. I know that there are some incidents there is all mismatches are there. So immediately you need to correct that thing. Otherwise, it may be a problematic situation. So you need to verify 26AS. So it's very important. And it is about the income tax return. I have already said to you, it is about 2020, 21, 22. And by default, already will be concluded. Because I am, my information is actually already being collected or already being interpolated by the tax authority. So it is the thing. Is the online and offline mode. I will show you the offline mode later. This is the online mode. So you need to proceed. I have already done something. So you can resume filing, or you can also start new filing. You can go for the start new filing. Now it is things will be like this. Individual. You know it very well. I'm the individual. So I will go for this way. And I need to search the form ITR 1. ITR 1. They will mention the briefly about what about ITR 1. I know that thing, but those who are not in a position to know the ITR 1, they will know that thing. I mentioned 194N and the income tax deferred on ESOP. Those things have been mentioned here clearly. So that's why I'm saying that it is better to know the theory before going for the practice. So this is the thing. You can see the pre-filled data is there. Validate your income, your returns, breakup pre-filled. Confirm your return summary and verify and submit. Let's get started. And there will be some situations will be there. Taxable income is more than basic exemption limit, or these things I have already said to you. Just a few moments back, I mentioned if your taxable return is not basic exemption limit, but you are under those categories, traveling foreign and other things, electricity bill and those, the amount deposited more than 1 crore. So these things will be like this. So you need to make, since I am the taxable income is more than exemption limit, so I need to go for continue. After that, you can see that my data had already been pre-filled. We have pre-filled your return based on information available with the income tax department. So they have pre-filled the data. So they have interpolated all those data. So you need not to worry about that thing. Basic details you need not to give. All those informations being collected. You can see it there. Already those things being collected. I'm just clicking there, and they will say all those data, my name, my PAN number, my Aadhaar number, my contact details, which section I'm filing, everything they are mentioning. And now I have to mention which tax regime I need to opt in, whether I'm going for new or old. If I'm opting for new, I need to say yes. I'm suppose here I'm going for the old, so I say no. So those are my bank account details. They are also showing those bank account which you will be eligible for the income tax return. They will say selected for refund. Now you need to go for the confirm. After confirmation, this thing will come. Now the gross total income, since my employer used to yet to update all the form 16, because you know that all we are facing this unfortunate incident of the COVID-19. The education institution yet to be opened up fully. We are definitely having a tough time. So the authority yet to update the form 16. So it is showing the 0. So this gross total income is showing 0. So I need to mention all those things, all informations regarding that thing I've mentioned, travel tour, education allowance, or those things or that thing, whether you want to avail those informations or not. You need to make the choice. Suppose lift travel concession no, or education no, house rent if you want to go for yes, then you need to make the calculation and you need to make the amount. If you are going for yes, then you need to put the amount. After calculating, after taking the help of those section 1013A and rule 2A, with the help of rule 2, you need to read rule 2A, then you need to calculate those things and you need to put the amount. Simply. So no calculations required, those things are there. So LTA and other things, or exemption income or other things, if you want to go for that way, you need to go for the continue. So then income from house poverty and other things, they will say income from salary. Those things they have actually mentioned what you need to do. You need to edit it. Whatever the amount you need to put, you need to edit those things. Clearly, you can write down those cases. Whatever the salary. Say for example, I've said to you, I will go for the live cases. Here the live cases. My salary is 908,424. So I want to put it there. Live. I'll show you those. I'll do it in the offline mode. Better to go for the offline. The same thing can be done. Same like the prototype model will be do those things. So right now I just want to put 0000 and again those things. Same thing. I'll show you because you need to put something. That already my TDS is there. Say suppose something I am putting it there. So those informations will be shown in such a way. So you need to make a calculations. You can do all those things are there. I'm one by one. You can show. I will show you those informations one by one in the gross total income, total deduction, tax paid, total tax liability, everything. I am opening in the offline mode. I will show you those things because I can't submit it because I have to give the right information or actual right my income details because I'm working in the online mode. It is not advisable to give the wrong information. So better to, for your practice purpose, those who are student, for them, it is for their practice purpose, better to do it in the offline mode. I want to open the offline mode. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Just a second. Just wait for a second. I'm opening the ITR. You can see it from there. ITDE filing. This is the offline. You can see it there. Just a second. Same prototype. It is opening up. It is desktop utility ITR 124 version ITD e-filing DU V 1.02. Okay, is it clearly visible to you, participants?
Yes, sir, it's clearly visible.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
continue.
sir.
Thank you. Now you go for the file return. Same thing. There will be option download pre-filled data, import pre-filled data, import draft ITR file in the online mode. So what I need to do, I have already downloaded the .json file. So I will import the pre-filled data. So let's go for importing the pre-filled data. Continue. I need to put up my PAN. Proceed. Yes. Just for a second, you can see there is an option called import pre-filled data, only JSON file format. So I have the things are there. You can see it from there. .json is there with my PAN number. You can see success, imported pre-filled JSON file successfully. Now I need to go for submission of my return. Same thing, same idea. What I have shown in your online mode, same thing can be done in the offline mode also. Then let's get started. Same thing. You probably know that this thing will be there. Taxable limit is more than the basic exemption limit. Click there. Continue. Pre-filled data, same. You can see it now. Provide your confirmation. Just confirm the data. You can edit it if you want, or you can otherwise, you need to opt for a new or old tax regime. You can go for no or yes, whatever you like. Same information you can see. Pre-filled data is there. Confirm. The bank accounts are showing. Personal information confirm. Now the gross total income. I want to edit it. Now you need to edit. Option is there. I am going to the things, the case. The income is 908424. I'm just taking. You can also take the snap. Otherwise, everything will go down. Know it very well. So it is 908424. I'm just taking another, because you know that since I'm opening up another window, it is not better to go for that way one by one. Then I have to again 908424. Yeah, it will be JavaScript error will be there. So that's why I'm saying, I need to quit it again. Just I want to take just a second. Wait for a second. I need to take. You can also take the snap if you want to take. If you want to go for that thing, I will work it out. I'm taking the snap of that thing. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. Just a second. Is my screen visible right now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just a second. Let me open this thing. This is a setup you need to install. This installation process I'm showing you. ITDE filing setup. Just a second. Let it start. Yeah, it's perfectly all right. Actually, when you are working something, you can't minimize that way. So that's why going for that thing. So let's take just a second. It will take us some time to initialize. Wait for a second. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Just a second. Wait for a second. Yeah, it's okay. File return. Again, import for pre-filled data. Continue. I'm giving again the PAN number. Assessment year is selected by default. I need to attach the file. I've attached the JSON file. imported successfully. I need to file the return. Individual, select ITR 1, proceed with ITR 1. Let's get started. Taxable income is more than the basic exemption limit, that is more than 2,50,000. So I'm going for that thing already pre-filled. I was this particular stage. So I need to make the confirmation. All those personal data is very fine with me. I don't have any problem whatsoever. I need to make a choice of alternative new tax regime. I have chosen not the newer one. I'm going for the older one. Now the income. So if I want to edit it, now I need to edit it. I am putting the data that I've taken. For example, it was my salary is 908,424. I want to put that thing 908,424. It's done. You know it very well. Exempted allowance, it is nothing is there, so I'm not earning I am not nothing. It was professional tax was there, GPF and other things were there, so no exemption limit was there, so I'm not enjoying anything. So it is there. Professional tax, I have professional tax, I mentioned 2,400, 2,400, got it. So your income salary is actually saved. You can see it there. Say income detail is saved. Now income from house property. Do we have professional tax 2,400? Fine. FD income 24,432. Voluntary he had contributed GPF 80,000, LIC 30,000. Voluntarily contributed NPS tier 1 50,000. Mediclaim 10,200. Senior citizen parent 20,500. Earned savings bank interest 7,200. HBL was there, and he had paid interest amount of 1,95,000 and repaid principal amount 40,000. So I need to write down the income from house property, self-occupied house property. Interest from yes. So what is the interest from HBL? Interest 1,95,000. You just put there those figures. You can put it there. Nothing in the area or unrealized rent is not required, so you are adding it. It's okay. You can see it from there. It is already okay. Income from house property is given. Now the income from other sources, I have already mentioned to you. There are two income from other sources. I have a savings bank interest. It is to the tune of 7,200. I am putting the figure 7,200. Very good. Now go for the post office or the cooperative on the fixed deposit. It was 24,432. Fine, that's also been done. No family pension, nothing, tax refund, any other. No, it is since I mentioned to you dividend income. Do you have a dividend income? They have mentioned to you, so it is being done. Income is you can see it from there. Gross salary, the total income chargeable under the head salaries, income from house property, income from other sources given to gross total income given. So I need to confirm. Yes, nothing is there, so I confirmed the data. So now the total deduction. So now again go for the total deduction. Any donation paid? No, nothing mentioned. No, any rural scientific research development 115 AC no. ATG claiming deduction ATGG nothing. Are you eligible to claim deduction in respect of payment made towards the life insurance premium, provident fund, 5 years one? Yes, because I've already mentioned invested GPF 80,000, LIC 30,000, together it is 1,10,000. And also I have HBL principal amount payment, it is 40,000. Together it stands to 1,10,000 plus 40, it is 1,50,000. So it is the maximum limit. That's good. ATCCD 1B, ATCCD 2, it is not required for us. For the central government employee, it's not mentioned. Health, are you eligible to claim deduction in respect of payment towards the medical insurance premium? Preventive health checkup, yes, ATD, because I've already mentioned some medical insurance premium I have already mentioned. So schedule ATD is required to be filled up. Eligible to claim deduction, interest on loan, higher education, nothing, no. Any other deduction? Yes. Now any other deduction, ATCCD 1B, you need to just ATCCD 1B, that is your personal or voluntary contribution. It is 50,000. You need to activate this particular cell. Whenever you will do that thing, the information will be flash out. Your employer didn't mention anything. You have your savings. So do you want to confirm with this? Yes, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because my employer missed out the data, but I have saved this particular income, so I can carry these things. And ATTTA also, you know that the interest on savings bank up to 10,000, I have earned 7,200. So entirely I will get it. Again, the warning signal will come. You need not to worry because employer didn't mention anything. So you'll say I will do. So continue. So you have done those things. You have 80C is mentioned, 1,50,000. Now 80D. So you need to edit it because you have opted for the 80D. So in 80D, it has been mentioned whether you are claiming for, not claiming for self, on you are claiming for yourself. So yourself, you are not a senior. It will be screened out because it is pre-filled data. It has been mentioned I am not a senior citizen as per my date of birth. So it is a thing that is mentioned whether you or your any family member is a senior citizen, excluding parents. Since I can't go for that thing because I am not a senior citizen, as per my age, so this thing will flash out. So you need to mention no, I am not a senior citizen, then it will be activated. Okay, so what you need to do, your health insurance, your medical insurance premium, how much you have done, you have already mentioned. You have a Mediclaim premium of his own life, 10,200. So I have shown that thing. So no problem. Preventive health checkup, nothing mentioned. So you can take the benefit of 5,000 if you want to, but you need to produce the bills and other things if you have those things. Now you are claiming for your parents, and if parents are senior citizen, yes. Now you are parents including senior citizen, you have to mention your health insurance premium, parents health insurance. I have already said up to 50,000. It is 24,500 in this particular case. So I'm putting this particular figure. Medical expenses, actually, if it is not covered in the health insurance, you can claim for your parents, senior citizen parents. So it has been mentioned. So I have done those things. Calculation 80D is over. 80D is done. You can see it from the 80D is done. 80TTA, CCD, 1B, it is all done. Deduction, if you have donations and other things, I've opted out not. So you have to, that then again warning will come. Your employer had not shown that thing. You want to show this thing. Will you want to go for, or do you verify? You will say simply, I am confident with this one, so I'll not. I'm okay with this thing. So now the tax paid in this particular thing. The TDS collected by the employer, it is actually, it was said, total tax collected, nothing, because it is, you can't do anything with this one because it will be automatically interpolated. So this tax deducted part, total tax paid part, you can't do anything because tax paid, you can't change here because it will be, again I'm saying, it will be interpolated. It will be pre-filled from the 26AS. So that is why it says view form to your 26AS. From the 26AS, it will be calculated. So you can't do anything. So you can't make any edit option here. So any edit is not allowed here. This is the change that had been made in the ITR 1, this particular version, where you can't put your tax by yourself. In Excel utility version, you have to put your tax, or in the online mode also you have to put your tax. But here, this year, you can't change this thing. So you need to go for no tax, and the liability, total tax liability is also being done that way. So it is all over. Provide you need to now you need to confirm your those things, whatever the tax you have paid, whatever the things you have paid. Now you will say you are done. Click proceed. They will say all the things in done. Now you want to go for proceed. So this is done, and you can also download your copy if you want to see it. The copy will be downloaded. It is in the path. You can see it from there. the things have been downloaded. You can everything, the ITR form. You can also preview your return. You can see the return, and then automatically your father names will be flashed out. And you need to, if you are using any TRP, you can write down TRP. Otherwise, I know just when you will go for a IE, then there will be a proceed to preview. The preview will come. This is the ITR form. You can see it from there. This is the income tax return form for the assessment year 2021 and 22. This is, you can see it from there. This goes like this. The form goes like this, automatically being done in this such a way. Those informations being done. You can see it from there. All those information now you go for proceed for validation, and that's then you will go the JSON and it will be uploaded. This is the way it has been going on. Okay, the same thing it is applicable in case of what I'm suggesting here for the total tax liability and other things. In your online mode and offline mode, both the same thing. Both the things are going on the same way. So this is from my side. Actually, I do not want to bore you again. So if you have any queries, you can ask me simply. I believe this is one of the most important site you can have, most easiest way they have shown it, most secured, easiest way to go for that thing. And again, big thank you to you, all of you, and especially the organizers for giving me the opportunity. And if you have any query, I'm free to start this. Please carry on.
Thank you, Dr. Mujumdar. It's been a privilege to hear this kind of exhaustive and a very informative session. So I request the participants that if you have any kind of queries or question, you can please unmute yourself and ask the questions directly to Dr. Mujumdar.
Thank you, Shonali. I'm just taking the question from the chat box if any question is there. No, nothing is there. If you have any queries, you can take it. Okay, thank you, Shudip. Thank you, Shudip. Thanks a lot. Rashmi, do you want to ask any question? You have raised your hand. Rashmi? Yep. Anyone else? Oh, thank you, Kunal. Thank you, Kunal. You are long associated with me. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Ishika madam. Thank you, Ishika Jadov. Thank you. Apart from just a thank you, please, I will be more than happy if you will ask any question to me. I hope I didn't make you bore. Did I? How to submit, Shudip? Yeah, fine. How to submit offline form? I have already shown you the offline utility offline. This way you can do it. And most important thing is that you need not to do anything. It will be your once you opened up that thing in online mode, it will be automatically connected. The software is designed in such a way it will be automatically connected with the income tax portal, the offline utility server, or the desktop utility version. You can do it by you just suppose you will say I'm not confident enough to submit it right now. You just do all those calculations and other things, make all those things, make a double check. Definitely with the help of your thank you, Sanjeev. Thank you. With your client, then you will say whether it is okay. Then you connect yourself with this utility the network, and it will be automatically submitted. Nothing. You need not to take any pain of that thing. It is so user friendly that it can take care. It will take care of all those things, all those technical glitches. Nothing will be there. You can submit it, within just a few seconds.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mojumdar. I think if there is no other question, I
Kunal?
may call.
Kunal Bodok, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Any queries
Good.
you have? Good evening.
No, sir. Thank you. My excellent information, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sriyam, do you have any query?
No, sir, it's a great learning session, and I got to learn a lot, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sriyam. Thank you, sir. Nice to see you after a
Yes, sir, thank you.
long
Yes.
gap.
Yes,
Although-
I think I
although-
met with you the previous, not previous year, the year before the previous year
Yeah.
at Netaji Nagar College.
Yeah. Although we are meeting in the virtual mode, still we are meeting
Yes.
at last.
Yes, sir. It's actually a privilege after a long time.
Yeah. Definitely, Sudip. Definitely. See you again.
Okay, sir. Okay, I'll be calling upon Dr. Obhijit Das. Sir, please proceed to the next portion of our session.
Thank you, Shyam. And thank you again, Dr. Mojumdar, for a nice
Thank you.
presentation. And now I would like to Dr. Mitashi Di. Hello, am I audible?
Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Mitashi Di, am I audible?
yes.
Okay. So I request you to sum up the whole discussion that Dr. Mojumdar have made.
Thank you, Abhijit. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Amit Mujumdar, for your wonderful deliberation. The whole session on e-filing on tax return and changing paradigm on the Finance Act 2020 was really very informative. Dr. Mujumdar has explained each and every aspect of the field very elaborately. The Finance Act 2020 has made huge alteration in the national arena. Individuals are now able to make many changes and alteration in their investment patterns. Dr. Mojumdar has very clearly explained e-filing of tax return. E-filing for the assessment year 2020-21 has been extended by the government up to September 2021. This learning session shall definitely help today many audience to file their individual tax returns. Dr. Mojumdar has fully made justice to both the aspects of tax regime, old and new. E-filing of tax and changing tax system by the Finance Act 2020. We are thankful to Dr. Amit Mujumdar for delivering his thoughts on the upcoming issues, and we will be expecting to listen him more in future. Now I request Dr. Obhijit Das to take over the session for further proceedings. Dr. Obhijit Das, please.
Thank you, Mitashi Di. Now we come to the end of our session, and I would like to invite Dr. Ishita Mukherjee for giving vote of thanks. Dr. Mukherjee.
Thank you, Obhijit. So good evening, everyone. On behalf of Bijayakar Jyotish Rai College, I extend a warm welcome to all participants. I would like to express first my gratitude to our honorable speaker, Dr. Mojumdar, for his wonderful, very insightful presentation. Thank you so much, sir. A special thanks to Dr. Rajyasree Niyogi, Principal of Bijayakar Jyotish Rai College, for providing immense support to make this webinar successful. I extend my gratitude to Professor Probir Bhattacharya, head of the Commerce Department, to organize this webinar. I must thank Professor Monisha Chaudhuri, Shreyam Roy, and Krishnendu Sen from Commerce Department, Dr. Abhijit Dash, HOD of Economics Department, and Dr. Polashpriya Haldar of Economics Department for their support to make this webinar successful. I also wish to express my gratitude to our IQAC coordinators, Dr. Prashanjit Dash and Dr. Shampa Devnath, for their support. Lastly, I must thank to another convener, Professor Dr. Mitashi Dashpain, for her initiative, arrangements, and encouragement for this beautiful event. And obviously, I extend a big thanks to all the participants. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Lastly, I would like to thank you to Dr. Ishita Mukherjee from our college and from our department. I think Dr. Professor Probir Bhattacharya, I think will also support my view that without Ishita, it is very difficult to make this webinar so smooth and great success. I think Commerce Department will also agree with my view. Thank you, Ishita. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So this event is ended here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words, and thank you, Vijayagarh Jyotish Rai College, for giving me the opportunity to share my thoughts, some of the thoughts with you. If someone benefited, that's the real.
Obviously benefited, I think.
Okay. Thank you. We'll be in touch. Thank you, Videshi.
Okay, thank you.
I'm leaving.
Okay, okay,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Participants are all requested to fill out the feedback form. Okay. Please.
Okay, ma'am.
With your permission, may I leave?
Okay, hi, yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pintuda, for the nice words.
We said only recording to off করছি